Well, hi there, everybody, and good Monday morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here. Good to be back after several days away from work here, and I come back to some good news early, but then some bad news down the road here. We'll cover it all here over the next couple of minutes. First off, severe weather classes. We'll fly through these real quick. It is Severe Weather Awareness Week here in Nebraska. No severe weather expected, but 3 classes going on today, 2 of them from the Hastings National Weather Service in Red Cloud and Aurora at each of those fire stations starting at 6:30, and the North Platte National Weather Service will be at the Fire Hall in Grant out in Perkins County, and that class is at 7 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time. And as always, I would encourage you to attend, especially if you want to learn how to become a storm spotter for the local National Weather Service offices. A very quiet day expected for today with lots of sun. A few high clouds will come through from time to time, a breezy south and southwesterly wind, but a very warm afternoon, much warmer than the last several days. We're pushing into the 60s, 70s, and even 80s later on today. Heading into tonight, increasing clouds. Now with this cold front coming through, there's not much cold air with it. We're going to see a pretty decent day temperature-wise. In fact, another warm day temperature-wise, not as much wind, 70s and 80s for highs. The colder air starts to come in towards Wednesday. That's when we'll start to feel that colder air work in, and big changes will move in, and we're going to be talking about a pretty big mess on the way, which I'll cover here in just a bit. Now, first off for today, with the winds being a little bit stronger, we got the dry conditions continuing. Red flag warnings in place, covering the whole timeline, anywhere from 11 a.m. through 9 p.m. for these areas that you see highlighted in pink. Again, not all areas will last through that entire time, but again, high fire danger expected today with the dry conditions and the dry conditions and the strong winds. Now highs later on today, upper 60s, low to mid 70s up north, mainly sunny, breezy southwesterly winds. Lower to mid 80s out west, upper 70s in Lexington. In the south, we're looking at mostly 70s for afternoon highs, and to the east, upper 60s to right around 70 degrees. The rest of your 7-day forecast, again, you get that chance of snow, rain and snow moving in Tuesday night through Wednesday night. The way it looks right now, we'll see falling temperatures, very windy conditions, some accumulating snowfall. It could be very messy on Wednesday into Wednesday night here. I'm going to get into that here at the very end here. But moving on to Thursday with snow on the ground, could be a little cooler, highs in the lower 40s, but plenty of sunshine. We'll melt off some snow Thursday, continue to melt off snow on Friday with warmer conditions before another chance of rain and snow comes in Friday night through Saturday night. That chance doesn't look to be as significant, but we still could see some accumulating snowfall. And it looks like by Easter Sunday, drier conditions, we try to warm it up a little bit more. Some forecast models are already trying to push us back into the 60s by Sunday, but I'm going to be a little conservative for now, just because if we do have snow on the ground, it could be a little bit cooler. So let's go back to that timeline, Tuesday night through Wednesday night here. I'm going to look at these weather headlines here, and again, falling temperatures during the day Wednesday. That's the first thing. Our high will come early in the day, and as that temperature falls closer to freezing, rain will be transitioning over to snow. Now, for folks in the southeastern parts of the viewing area, you may also see some isolated thunderstorms out there. That's not out of the question. But again, once that transition to snow happens, it could be messy, and that's because we're talking about not only snow, but very strong winds. We're talking about wind gusts 40, 50, 60 miles per hour, not out of the question. That could cause a lot of blowing snow and cause a lot of problems out there, so something to keep in mind. Again, very tough to say at this point who will get the heaviest snowfall or how much we would get. One, because it's going to be very warm for the next couple of days, so warm ground temperatures will melt a lot of that snow initially. 2, where's that band going to set up? That's still in question, although it favors areas in the northern half of the viewing area, north of the interstate right now for the heaviest snowfall totals out of this. But again, keep in mind, if you see any snow whatsoever and you have winds like what we're talking about, it's going to be a big problem out there with snow, blowing snow that could create very poor visibility. So if you have travel plans Wednesday into Wednesday night, you may want to postpone those or cancel those. Again, the farther southeast you go, the longer it's going to take for that transition over to snowfall. Maybe not even until Wednesday night for some of you in the southeast parts of the viewing area. But again, plan for a mess on Wednesday night, maybe again heading into the first half of this upcoming weekend ahead. So there's your forecast for today. I'll have more details for tomorrow. Until next time, I'm meteorologist Travis Klineski, and I hope you have a great Monday.